Hello guys! So I thought I'm gonna do a spontaneous stream after uploading 2 days ago a video where I set up my startup show file with one of my own stages and a few of the console and Visivik, but I figured out that it's not really that much informative, I guess that's the word. So I thought I'm gonna do that again with a little bit of explanation, also with seeing all the screens, what I'm doing on the console, and also Visivik. Cedric, moin Meister, how it's going? It's going pretty good. I got an MA3 for over the weekend, and I'm gonna use the time to do some videos. So before I'm getting into it, I want to thank René for borrowing me this beautiful MA3 over the weekend, and Thomas from Depot 2 for the Visivik dongle. Without those two, it wouldn't be possible to do that stream. And I'm currently sitting in the house of my girlfriend. So she just came in. And also a thank to my girlfriend for letting me do this, because it takes a lot of space, and at my parents' house it's not really possible to do it that way. So let's get into it. I already opened up Visivik and all my screens, and as you can see, if I type in Fixture through, nothing is patched. I already imported the patch with the tool Vig to MA export, or whatever it's called. It's from Matthias. I'll probably post a link in the description for you to download later. Alright, so let's start off. There is nothing patched. I already have my fixtures imported, but there's no patch. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take the stage view. Boom. So let's hit the macro down here, patch fixtures, and let's patch everything. Gonna take a while. So a few fixtures. Alright, that is done. So if we go fixture through, please, we have everything. So what we're gonna do now is positioning them. I'm gonna choose top view. It's a complete randomized order because I used the quickest way to patch everything in Visivik, and that just randomizes everything, but it's not a real stage, or I'm not gonna operate in real life on it, so I'm not gonna be bothered with patching it the correct way. So rotate it. Oh fuck. Oops. So let's just rotate the stage to have a better view. Object, stage axis, group. That works. So let's just rotate it 90 degrees. So do we have it correct? Yes, perfect. So what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna delete those macros, and I'm gonna start off with importing my groups. So for doing that, I'm gonna go to auto create and then choose by layer. I'm gonna select them in the order pointies, Psych FX, Mac 101, BMFL, and then D2, and my blinders, I'm gonna set them to group 112. Click override, create all, and now on my bottom screen I have all my groups, and all I have to do is select them all, store them over here for my all. Tommy, what's up? Not much. I got an MA for the weekend, so I'm gonna use the time to do some videos. I'm also gonna do a stream later today. That one is a little bit spontaneous. I just figured out I'm gonna do the video that I uploaded 2 days ago. I'm doing it again and explain a little bit along the way. And in about 4.5 hours, I'm gonna do a stream programming a timecode show to Excision, to his new song. Alright, so let's continue. Let's move out over here. I'm gonna hit all my macros down here. As you can see, it gets all my groups in the layout view. If I set it up right away, please, yeah, that works. I have all my groups. I'm gonna do a little bit of cheating and move my BMFLs a little bit closer. That gives me a bigger view. There you go, that looks perfect. Tommy, not much going on here either. Waking up after mashing out timecode until 7 AM. Yep, I know that struggle. Well, it's not really a struggle. I like just programming the whole night for timecode. Alright, so let's move on. I'm gonna do all my groups. 20s. Psych FX. Mac 101. Yeah, that works well. Come on. BMFL. E5. And blinders. So that should, yep, everything is where it should be. So now I'm just gonna set it up on the top view, which is apply on the top view, Psych FX as well, arrange camera, top view, apply, zoom to fit, Mac 101. There's a little bit of work on moving around with them. Top view, please. Doesn't work. That sucks. BMFL, camera, top view. Oh, now it works. Oh yeah. I changed the setup of the fixtures from the real stage a little bit to fit it my way. I don't know why, but I like it a little bit that way. And blinders set up. I hope that one day I can automate this process, because it just sucks doing it all the time. Alright, so let's do a little bit of setting up. I'm gonna divide my Psych FX a little bit, because they have how many instances? I think 9. Check Psych FX. I have 9 instances, so I can control the main base, and I can control all the 8 LED pixels. And I got myself a macro to kind of separate them. Which view is that? Ooh. Come on. That one? Nope. That one. It's called Psych Cells. Now everything is clear, and I'm gonna use my tool. It's an instance generator, I call it that way, and it just extracts all the instances and put it in a group, which you're gonna see now. So all I have to do is group destination, which will be 1332. It's on screen on the left side, and my source group is on 1079. And now it asks me how many instances it has, so I'm gonna put it on 9. And now what I'm gonna do is delete those ones from here. Remove. So now all we have left is my main base over here, and I'll remove them over here as well, and I'll store them. Range camera, top view, please. So now, as we can see, let's move over to different view. So as you can see on the left side over here, you can see we have only the cells, and on the right side on screen too, we have only the main base of the Psych FX. So that's basically done with the Psych FX, but I'm just gonna label that one base. So my pointies needs a little bit of shifting. We're gonna jump over there. So that group needs to go. No. Let's move that one a little bit out. So these are my bottom row. That one as well. That's my bottom row. So now we're gonna select them, store them over here. Psych FX. Max. That's a little bit of work. Let me see. Let's do different. Front view, please. Zoom it. For groups. I'm working so much on PC that using the layout view on the console really annoys me. So we take that and put it over here. And we remove it from now. And then go here. Oh, update. A little bit hard to deal with a GrandMA 3 in mode 2. Top view, fit, and apply. So these ones we're gonna remove. So now we're gonna take these ones and hopefully yes, apply, zoom out a little bit. Now all we have to do is change these ones. Up. No, that was the wrong one. I need the axis. These ones roll and move X. Yep. And now these ones and these ones move. Oops. Oops. All right. These ones go over here, and these ones over here. Yes. All right. So now we should have still wrong. Oh yeah, I use it. It did a little bit of fuck up. Yeah, and that one works now. All right, cool. So let's. I'll leave that on. Cedric, layout on console can be such a pain. Yes. The touch screens sometimes tend to just lose the touch or whatever, and then yeah, makes it a little bit harder than with a mouse. Also with some console screen messing with you often have to do one group at least 5 times. Yep. Yeah, that really sucks. But hey, doesn't matter that much. Alright, so let's put that group back in, merge, setup, camera, top view, boom. And now what we're going to do is shift it a little bit further apart. Ah, in the ROM. That one. No. The pain is real. Boom. One here. One here. Whole group. Somewhere in between. Seem to fit. Yeah, looks better. Let's make those a little bit bigger. That look way better. Right, so these ones are done as well. Let's delete that group and do some symmetrical selections. Let's get set up. Let's check that. Let's check if it's symmetrical. And it is. Boom. That one. And now check that. Ah, perfect. Let's store that over here. And then Psych FX. Already did that. Alright, them. That's symmetrical. That's symmetrical. Boom. P5s. I don't want to use them. Store. Here. And then blinders. That's a little bit of pain. Top. In here. And that one. Here. Let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, quick. Fuck. Delete. Oh yeah, by the way, if you guys have any questions along the way, you can just ask them and I'll try to explain or answer your question. It doesn't even have to be about my show file. It can be whatever, MA or Visivik related. Or rather not that much Visivik because I don't have a mouse plugged in because I'm using all my USB USB ports on my laptop, so dealing with VisiVix is gonna be a pain in the ass. But maybe I can explain it by talking. Alright, so that one is done. Let's move over and get all my dimmer effects and all my movement effects. So pointies. Oh, of course. Pointies. Store here. Store here. Store here. Store here. Psych FX. Store here. Store here. No, we're not gonna do that. Psych cells. Alright. Alright. Boom. Max. These ones. These ones. Yep. BMFL. And then P5 goes over here, and blinders, they go over here. And now we switch back to my dimmer view and set it up. Yeah, name is correct. Psych FX. These are my Mac 101. Next one, BMFL. And blinders. Yeah. So I'm going to delete that one, assign that one over here, assign that one over here. Okay, P5s, my BMFL, Mac, my Psych FX. Psych FX, base, add, store, Q, crew, boom, merge. Great, works. Pointies. Let's check that group again. Works. Yep. And the BMFLs. Yep, also works. Let's fix these two. So P5s, that also works. Yeah, that also works. All right, dimmer stuff is finished. Now let's go over to do my movement. all I have to do is overwrite the base with those and go back to that view. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Perfect. So movement should also work. There's one little thing I have to do to set them up correctly. That's clicking that macro, and now my size fader works, and let's see if all of them are moving. Move all, tilt. That works, that works, that works, that works, and my size fader also works. Perfect. So that is finished as well. Let me check if I haven't missed some comments. I can't even see my own stream. Magst du bei meinem Stream nachschauen, ob ich Kommentare gekriegt habe? Ich weiß nicht, ob da Streamlabs funktioniert. Was, danke. Sagen wir es einfach. Alright, let's move over to my colors. What I'm going to do is auto create additional presets, swatchbook MA colors, select them all, merge global mix colors, and now I like everything except for the pointies work because they are color wheel fixtures. Boom. Boom. All right. So let's do my pointies. Select. FX. Open. Select it. Boom. Nope. That one needs to be global. So, deep red. Boom. Deep blue. Boom. Yellow. Boom. Green. Nope, that's fine. Magenta. Over here. Azure. That. Cyan. Red amber. Orange. UV, violet, and blue. Now let's take it over here. So now my colors are done as well, so I'm gonna jump over to my color view, or setting up my colors. It's pretty easy. All I have to do is take over these groups. over here. Now hit a bunch of macros again. Let's make it visible for everyone. Does that even work? No. Alright. Never mind. I swear it's not the Rona. So let's check if my colors work. That works. That works. Works. That works. Okay, Fixture. That works as well. Alright. These ones all work. Perfect. Alright, I got some questions. When there is a color in your preset that isn't in the color wheel of your fixture, do you leave it out for that fixture, or do you take a color from the wheel that comes as closest to your original color? That always depends on the show I'm doing. Mostly for dance events, I'll just leave it out or get as close as possible. Just depends on how far away the color is from the LED fixtures, or I just update the LED fixtures and adjust them to the color of the color wheel. But yeah, just depends on the show what I want to do. So yeah, I'll see dynamic. I don't always use the same method. So yeah, whatever comes in mind or looks great on stage. Leonard, can you maybe try next time to get a better resolution of the stream? It is really hard to see details on the little screens. I only see color fields but no labels and stuff. For now, I could switch over to that. Maybe that one is better. And yeah, the internet isn't that great, so that's probably why the solution or the quality of the stream is a little bit shit. But yeah, maybe that one works great for now, because that should work probably. Yeah, that one is correct. So, alright, let's move over to my Freestep chaser. So, what I'm going to do now is do it all or not. Alright, cool. Great that it's better. Alright, let's move over to creating some groups. That is dumb. Okay. Okay. Tommy, has MA figured out how to do quick and easy free color effects yet? There are some workarounds. And basically what you can achieve with effects, you can also create with sequences, and then you can have as many colors as you want. Which I could do a tutorial maybe one day about that. But yeah, it's not that hard. Yeah, two colors is pretty easy, and most of my show is narrowed down to 2 colors. These 2 over here. So yeah, but with my Freestep chaser, I can have 3 colors selected, but most of the time I just stay on 1 color, or well, I can have 4 colors, so I can have the main color, and I can have a color in step 1, a color in step 2, a color in step 3, so that makes it 4 colors. But yeah, I like doing a lot of color effects. All right, Freestep chaser. Let's go back to my groups, pointies, these ones, or I'm hitting a bunch of macros to get my 2 parts and 3 parts groups, because that is possible to be automated, so I'm also using it. P5s. Come on. Alright, so these ones are finished. Selection, world, enter world, yes. Maybe let's do something like this. No. Let's take the center, everything in the center, and come out again. These ones. And all my mechs. Remove. Matteo, hi Philip, how are you? I'm good, how about you? Patrick, neighbors blasting Christmas sounds all over the streets. That sounds horrible. When I was working the telecommunication towers, the guy always listens to radio, and they started in the last days of November with Christmas music. And I don't even want to listen to Christmas music on Christmas Eve, so fuck that. Alright, let's move on. I think that is done. Is it? Let's switch over to that view. Highlight. Yes. Yes. Yes, perfect. That's the way I want it. Matteo, did you buy the Granime free? No, it's borrowed from a friend of mine. I can't even afford to buy a laptop, a better one. So yeah, it's gonna take a while till I get my own Granime, and I'm probably gonna buy a Granime too. I'm still not really a fan of the Granime free. I mean, programming wise, it is perfect or great for mode 2, but if you these two, if I needed to if I want to operate, I really don't like using the Granime free because I'm missing 4 X buttons, and these are really, I really need them, let's say. Yes, let's just look. Tommy, no point in buying much of anything in these gigless uncertain times, says the guy who dropped 1,000 on a magic Q rig this summer. I do hope that soon we're gonna be able to do our jobs again, and our industry will be stronger than before, but yeah, that's probably dream thinking. But yeah, maybe one day. And now would be the perfect time to invest, because a lot of things are cheaper now, but the problem is most of us don't have any money left. Or at least I do. I don't. How are we gonna do that? Let's take them and store them over here. Camera, front view, please. So choose these ones, put them over here, and then these ones over here. That's it for my groups. So let's move on to, let's exit the world I entered. So now I have full access to everything again. Let's do my delays first. Pretty easy. Clear all my delays. Freestep chaser, all my presets, and now all I have to do is a lot of clicking. Psych FX. Yeah, I need the main base. Mech 101s. Yep. BMFL, I'll probably take it as a whole and use matrix blocks of 2. And P5s. Boom, boom, boom. Copy to release. Huh. Alright. Let's move over to bumps. Oh yeah, my presets. I need to fill those up. So let's do that one. And now let's go over to presets. Tommy, probably getting back to work next summer, spring. If I'm lucky, I'm glad my unemployment thing got extended until the end of March. Yeah, my unemployment payment got extended to June, but that leaves me with less money when everything is paid. So that doesn't really help, thanks to the Dutch government. Matteo, will you share this show file? Nope, because it's my own startup show file and no one's gonna learn anything if you just receive it. You need to build everything yourself, because even if you see everything what I'm doing now, if you want to fix something during the show or if something breaks, good luck figuring out how I set it up or how it works. I have a friend of mine which uses my show file, and every time he breaks something during a show, he has to call me. And I'm not available for 24/7, so if I'm asleep, I'm not gonna help. If you want to understand my show file, I have a few videos about where I'm talking about how my macros work, how my show file is laid out. There's a lot you can learn from that, but the best thing is to, as soon as you have a good knowledge about MA, to just set it up yourself, figure out a way. I'm okay if you want to copy everything you see that I'm showing, but at some point change it so it fits your own needs, because not everyone would like to operate the way I operate. So yeah, it's just, you need to come up with your own layout or how you laid everything out, and then you can give your best while operating. I also use sometimes a show file from a friend of mine, and if I look back at what I did on the show, I don't even want to look at it, because it's not the best or not what I want to put out as an operator. Can you show me how did you do all this plugin? There's no plugin in my show file except for, I think, 2. Yeah, raid groups. I don't use that one anymore. I replaced it with a simple macro. Reaper control is a way to control Reaper over the desk, so I can press play, pause on my Grand MA, and it will play, pause, or stop on Reaper, so I don't have to switch screens all the time. And plugin 6 is something I'm trying to write myself, but it's garbage. That's not, I'm not good in writing plugins. Well, I suck at writing plugins because I haven't written one the Reaper control I got from a friend, and rate groups I also got from a friend. So yeah, I've tried to not use plugins, because if I don't understand things in my show file, I don't want it, because if something breaks, I don't know how to fix it. And that's the main issue or focus that I want to have in my show file. I want to be able to fix everything during the show. All right, let's go over to let's do some presets. Oh, there we are. Tim, are you the light designer for Qdance? Nope, I'm not. I sometimes work for Qdance. On that Qapital stage, the only thing I did was giving them recommendations to use the Psych FX over here, where they're hanging now, and they took it. But yeah, I don't do that much for Qdance. I operated on Cubase. I did something for the DEF CON 2018 Blue stage. I did a visualization for them, but that's about it. Matteo, how did you do the preset? I know how to program macro. I don't know if you remember. I wrote you about one macro that I did. I only want to know which preset did you do. What do you mean exactly with preset? Patrick, that's the mindset. You need to have good explanation. All right, well, let's move on. Otherwise, we're not gonna finish. So let's do some gobos. Let's do some positions first. Let's just do the main. I want to have it here. Tilt 90, boom. Tilt 45, boom. Oop. Up, boom. Center is my reset, and I'm not gonna touch pan because that's taking a bit too much time. Let's do that for the BMFLs as Psych FX. Tilt 90, up. That's pretty much lazy positioning. I obviously take a bit more time, but that's just way too time consuming to do it now, because I need to get ready for the stream later today as well. And yeah, they don't have pen. BMFLs. Not gonna touch them, fuck that. So let's go over to Gobos. Pointies, Gobos. Yeah, they don't have Gobo rotate. Open. Fuck that. Nope. I'm not gonna do. Not gonna do that. I'm gonna take the Gobo wheel 1. And now I'm going over to use shake, which It's exactly the same Gobo, but it shakes. You can see. Tim, how you guys start? You get first the DJ set with music and then you go to make a plan how to move to lights on the music, or work it's different? Do you mean setting up your show file? Four. Boom. And Gobo scroll. Let's do that. For BMFLs as well. They are over here. Open. And then where is it? Rotate. Boom. Shake 3. Yeah. Shake 4. Come on. Shake 5 and a Gobo scroll. Yeah, I'm also not gonna do the what's it called? The rotation thing. Hi Philip, do you got and tips for someone who already works in the live event industry but want to get more involved in the festival sector than in corporate, etc.? It's pretty hard. When I worked in Austria in the design center, it was most of the time corporate things. But if you are able to do corporate events, it is easier to go into dance festivals or festivals in general, because in festivals it's more rock and roll. I mean, we still have to stick to the plan and drawings, but I think people that work for corporate are switching from festivals to corporate is harder than switching from corporate to festivals. The only thing that will change a little bit is the hours, stress and everything, but we have a lot of fun as well. Tim, back to your question about how to set up the show file. I just set up my show file how I would set it up always, and then I just operate to the music that I'm listening to. So basically I use that show file for everything. Mostly I do dance events, but I also did some rock and techno as well. For rock it is not that great to use that show file, but I don't have any other, and I don't really want to do rock or band stuff. So yeah, I mostly do dance events. I do some corporate stuff as well, but that's mostly a timecode show and then some lights, lighting up the speaker, and then doing some changeover lights, whatever. That's pretty easy. But yeah, I keep my corporate events to a small scale. I don't want to do like big corporate stuff where there's a lot involved, because that's not the branch I'm trained in. I like to keep it to dance events. Luke. Hi Philip, how much time does it take to program a time-coded end show, for example, DEF CON 1 end show? It always depends how good and how good you want to make. You can have, for 20 minutes you can have 100 queues, or you can also have 1,000. It always depends on how much you pay focus on details. Most of the time, the way you calculate programming timecode is for 1 minute of timecode, you take 1 hour of programming, but sometimes it goes faster, sometimes it takes longer. I had timecode shows where I set for 20 hours for just 4 minutes. So it always depends on how complex you want to do it. And yeah, as Cedric said, check the live stream later. I'm doing a timecode programming live stream in, let me see, 3.5 minutes. 3.5 hours. And yeah, I'm gonna show you how I program timecode. If it goes to visualizers, it's pretty hard to compare these Visivik Capture and Depends, because Visivik tends to struggle when it comes to big stages and complex lighting, but it has a nice building engine in it. Like it's cat based and it's pretty easy to build a stage like you see now. I basically built that stage in Visivik completely. I haven't used any other software to create what you see now. Everything is done in Visivik. I don't have any clue about Capture. I've seen some live stream videos. I'm not a fan of it, and I haven't used it. Depends. When it comes to visualizer, it's the best, but the building engine just sucks. So you need to have, let's say, Vectorworks or SCUT or different building software to build your stage and then import it into Depends. And I'm not really. Maybe one day I'm gonna move over to Depends, but yeah, for now Visivik is what I want to do. Let's see. Which is better, Visivik or Depends? When it comes to visualizer, Depends is better. When it comes to building, Visivik is better. So it depends on what you want to do the most. So if you always build your stage in the same program as you visualize it, use Visivik. If you want to do very big stages with complex lighting and it has to be perfect, for example like a live stream event like Tomorrowland, you better use Depends. Alright, let's continue with my presets before I get lost. Alright, so let's go over to Beam. Also, one more thing about Visivik: if you try to use Prism, it's gonna struggle. So I'm not gonna store prisms as well. Let's go over to do my shutter. So open, I need closed, I need maximum strobe. That will do. And then maximum random. That will do as well. And then Psych FX. I think it's on the base. Let's choose the base. Open, closed, maximum random. That looks good. And maximum strobe. That looks good as well. Let's go over to my Mac. Let's put them in white. Open, closed, maximum strobe, random strobe, and that's it for the max. Then the BMFLs, that's the wrong group. Open, close, maximum random, and maximum strobe. And then for the P5s, I'll use the same maximum strobe, obviously, and maximum random. Alright, now I'm gonna take those down here and fast sync. That's it for the beam. I also would do prisms now, but I only do that when I'm in front of the stage because VisiVig really fucks it up. Alright, let's go over to focus. That one is pretty easy. Normal, white, and narrow. Working for a company is the easier way to get into that business. Always depends. If you start your own company, you already know a lot of people, and you're good in selling yourself, it's very easy to do it over with your own company. Because if you work in a company, you're only limited to the jobs that they do, and yeah, sometimes you do jobs that you or sometimes I did jobs that I didn't like, so I rather have my own company and I can say no to jobs that I'm not really interested in or I'm not good at. Leonard, for example, get some connections in the business is a company a better start? Yeah, if you the best start I think is starting as a stagehand, because you meet a lot of people, you meet a lot of companies, and if you show them that you really work your ass off, they're gonna notice you, and at some point they're gonna talk to you, asking you if you wanna work for them or start your own company. Where was I left? Psych FX, zoom up, normal, narrow, and wide, and then Mac. I don't. Do they have? Nope, they don't. So BMFL it is. BMFL, normal, narrow, wide. Obviously you're also gonna need to adjust the focus, but that's only possible on site, because if I'll change the focus in VisiVig, you won't see anything, so that's a waste of time. Alright, so my presets are done. What's left? Bumps. I can finish them by clicking simple as macro. Let's go back to that screen. Oh yeah, that doesn't work again. Not possible to see, so I'm gonna hit a macro that stores all my preset that I just stored into here. So it's gonna take a pretty long time. Perfect. Now all my presets are stored in there. So now the only thing that is left is finishing off my Freestep chaser by simply clicking on Qapital. Let me check something. Red, blue, bumps, store bumps, store that, and now it should work. And one more thing I have just recently upgraded. I've seen it in a show and I made it work somehow, or I copied it and made it my own way. So let's see if that works the way I want it to. Let's go over to Visivik. So yes, perfect. Leonard, is the macro using defined space to store, or does it just store where the space is empty? Does it store in order? Everything that I store with a macro, I store it already in a predefined place, and that place always stays there. For example, as you can see, I'll switch over. As you can see in screen 2, all these groups are empty now. There's nothing stored in there, but they always stay. I always leave them there. Also, all my sequences that are show related, they are sequences. So everything that is for my show file starts on 301 and just goes down. So everything that is stored with a macro will be stored in those sequences. Maybe this question is already answered, but why do you use the MA2 platform on an MA3? Because, to be fully honest, MA3 isn't ready yet, and for me it's total garbage. I don't like it, and there are many people that have the same view on Grand MA3, so maybe in a few years. And to be fully honest, as long as I'm happy with my show file on MA2 and I can achieve what I want to achieve, I'll leave it. And there are still people that use MA1. So yeah, just stick to what you like and you feel comfortable. There's no need to change over to MA3 or to new software just because it's out there. Cedric, because his show file is set up for MA2. Yep, that's also why I use MA2 now. And Matteo already answered it. MA3 isn't perfect. Leonard, what if you want to store more, for example, more presets? You'll have to do this by hand, right? I don't store more presets because that's always what I narrow it down, because I don't need everything that a fixture can do, because during the show you can't even use that in time. I use it in a timecode show because I have enough time to figure out what it does, how it looks, but during my show, as you can see, I have three empty executors. So that one that just lit up, that one, and that one. These are made to store specials in there. There is also a separate macro that just stores as many presets in there as I have. All I have to do is tell the macro from where to where. Matteo, I also don't like MA3. It's horrible. Yeah, a lot of people have the same view on that. But at some point in time, MA3 will be way better than MA2, and then a lot of people will switch over, and then it will take a few months till people actually use it in mode 3 during a show. I saw some operators who wrote a macro plugin that reprogrammed their show instead of cloning. Are there any disadvantages? It depends. I mean, some people use a plugin that creates their whole show. That's fine. I mean, as long as it works at the end, why not? But in terms of working or setting it up, it doesn't take much more time to do cloning or do it via macros. I don't like cloning because it does things that I don't know what it does, or I don't know, I never looked into it and never understood exactly what cloning does. I just use a lot of macros to store everything. But yeah, with cloning I also need to do my groupings, I also need to do presets, and yeah, instead of hitting macros, I just clone it and then it's there where it should be. But yeah, I don't like cloning. I just stick to my macro show file. And some operators, for example, operators that do Climax, Qapital, they built their show file completely from scratch. So they only stored with a bunch of macros. They don't have any sequences stored. All they do is just hit a few macros and then it builds their show file to the needs of the stage, because sometimes a stage gets way too big and then it isn't perfect for the show file that I'm using at the moment. It's still possible, but yeah, rather not. Shout out to Pascal. Yes, Pascal helped me a lot in terms of creating my own show file. For example, the Freestep chaser, as you can see over here and over here, that is copied from Pascal, but I changed it up a little bit to have it my way, because he only has, I think, tilt, pan, and zoom. I added strobe and gobo, and I also added a release function and welds, so I can take in fixtures and out. And also I made a different version of it where I store by one click in all 3 steps. But I have an own video about that. You can check it out. It's called Freestep Chaser Tutorial or whatever I called it. I don't know. But yeah, alright. Let's go to my Freestep Chaser and set that up, and then we can have a look through all the things I just stored, if they work or not. So I'm gonna have to store my groups. To where I need them and label them. Where's that? Psych FX. And then I have my one-on-ones. If you hear a cat, that's the cat of my girlfriend. They're playing together. And then my BMFL and P5. And now it's back to hitting macro. Basically, the way it works now, everything you see here doesn't do anything. Also, if I'll go to my Freestep chaser, if I hit anything, if I hit some of my Freestep chaser buttons, nothing is working. As you can see in Visivik, nothing works. So now all I have to do is click a macro that runs for a bit, and then everything is ready. I do hope it is ready. Go red. Yeah, so now I have 8 different selection orders that I can use. I can make it a little bit faster. I really hate that there are 4 X keys missing. So let's make it a little bit faster. And then I have down up. I have 2-part. I got a look, which is a special. I can store whatever I want in there. Cedric, I can already hear the kicks. Yeah, me too, but I'm not gonna put on music because otherwise my video gets strike. All, and then I have blocks. I have 3-part. I have look. So basically everything in my Freestep chaser work. So now to showcase a little bit what it can do is now I can choose a color. I can choose a position. Let's go to down. I can also release the position so it's not gonna move anymore. I can do tilt and pan separate. I can do zoom. I can release that as well. I can do strobe. I can do just open or strobing. I can release that as well. And I can do open Gobo, a Gobo, and a Gobo shake. And I can release that. I can release color as well. I can choose my color and have a delay sweep on it in left right, right left, then outwards, inwards, and then inwards, outwards. And I can off the delay as well. And yeah, for the Freestep chaser, again, I can take in Fixture, so everything works now. And if I only want my pointies, now, well, you can see them that much. Let's take the BMFLs. So now only my BMFL works, and then I can take everything, and now everything works again. So that's pretty cool. I can also choose what I want to have in every single step. So I can say in step 1, I want red, I want blue, and I want green. And it will always go back. And then if I hit a 3-part, now I have a 4-color effect. And I have 8 different, well, not 8, I have 4 different ways. And then I have a 2-part, and that only is 3 colors. PS, ist das deine Konsole und Software? Nein, Konsole ist von einem Freund von mir und WYSIWYG auch. Alles nur ausgeliehen. And for the people that didn't understand, he asked me if the console and the software is mine, and everything is borrowed from a friend, from 2 friends. Alright, that was my Freestep chaser. If we go over to positions, let's just showcase the pointies. Let's do it here. On top of here, I can choose position. Oh, I haven't stored it yet. Presets, position. Oh, wrong macro. That one. So I can choose my positions. I have a lot, and then 7 specials. I can move tilt and pan separate, which gives me a lot more opportunities to create different looks. I have a special that contains tilt and pan at the same time, and then I can choose a delay per fixture type, so I can have a delay for them now, or off it again. I have my movement effects. If I pull up my size fader and the speed, I have a tilt effect, I have a pan effect, I have a circle inside, I have a circle outside, so it's just going in the other direction. I have a quarter, which just goes boom. It's not round, it has corners in the form. And then the other way, and then I have a down circle that only goes half a circle. I have a U. I have a zigzag down. I have a circle plus shutter. And I have a circle fly out. Which, if I increase the speed, and the dimmer effect is double as fast, so the look will always change. So some the fixtures will be dimmer on when they're up, and on the next loop it will be on when they're down. Just so it doesn't look that boring. And I can stop that. What I can also do is I can, let's choose circle. I can say I want to stop my movement. I can click and it stops my movement with a fade time, and then I can go back, and it's not touching my speed fader. Yes, Matteo, that macro creates automatic position for you. Nope, I have to do my positions manually, but it stores them automatically. KS, dann vermutlich von Matthias. Arbeitest du auch als Operator, wenn ja, wo? Nein, der WYSIWYG Dongle ist von Thomas und die Konsole von René. Und ich operate in Holland bei ein paar Dance Festivals. Okay, jetzt was hat der Laptop für eine GPU drinnen? Keine Ahnung. Ich kenne mich mit PCs nicht aus. Alright, let's move over to my manipulator. So let's say I have my effect running, and for 12 hours it's gonna be pretty boring to look at that effect, but I can change the direction of it. I can change the grouping of it. I can change wings if I have 0 wings. and 0 groups. I'm gonna go from left to right. I can say blocks, let's say 10, and then always 10 fixtures will move in the same direction. And what's pretty cool is I can choose width as well, so let's put 0 on that, and a width of 50. And let's do wings of 2. That gives me a lot of opportunities to change up my effect. And let's off that. I have the same for dimmer as well, so if we choose a chaser, I can say change direction, add direction, make it bounce. I can change the groupings to 3. I can change blocks, so let's take 2. And I can change wings, let's do 4. Or let's do 0. And then I can adjust my rate. So if I have a grouping of 4, and if I tap the beat, donk, 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 it will take from one kick to the next one, the whole effect. But if I click that one, they snap to the beat now. So that's pretty cool. And I can change it up if the song just increases its speed, and go back to the normal donk, 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 donk. And I really suck in explaining that. That's basically what I can do for dimmers as well. Then let's move over to my bumps. I have bumps that do sync strobe, random strobe, put everything in white, put everything in my color 1, which is over there, and then everything in my color 2, which is over there. And then if we go here, I can do a cool color effect which goes to my color 1, then goes for a little bit on white, and then color 2, then a little bit white, and then so on. And if I change the color to green, it's green now, but I like to have it red and blue. Then I have a release to my, everything goes to my color 1, and then it releases with a delay. Looks pretty cool. Techcraft, Grüße aus Deutschland. Hoffentlich kann ich nächstes Jahr auch mal wieder auf der Airbeat operaten. Wäre schön, wenn es nächstes Jahr wieder weitergeht. Matteo, I don't understand this rate and BPM. Can you repeat, please? I will do a video about explaining how that works, because it's a little bit of a workaround and some secret things. But I will cover that in a video, because it will take a lot to explain, or how to set it up. But I will explain how to set it up in its own video, and it's pretty easy to just make it yourself. Yeah, my color release, I have it from outwards to inwards and the other way around. Then I have a color flash which goes to color 1 and 2. Pretty cool. Doesn't really work on color wheel fixtures, but on that it does. Also that one. And then I have my delay, which hopefully work. Now they do. All right. Let's see. It's nothing selected. Let's choose color white. Oh yeah. That's why. Now, yes, now it works. So if I release everything, I can choose a tilt. I don't have them on my Macs. Let's tilt downwards. I can put a color in there as well, a Gobo, which I'm not gonna do now. Color, I can put a sync strobe on it. And I can do focus, prism, prism rotate, Gobo, and tilt and pen. And I can release everything, so nothing will go. I can take in fixtures and out, and I can do cool stuff like that as well, which I'm gonna keep to myself because I basically made my own effect engine with delays. And it's tappable to the speed. And that's basically my delay stuff. I'll off that. And then what I added today is something that does a dimmer, and it will go to color, to my color 1, and let's choose white. Oh, choose blue. So that's what I added. I still need to fix it up a little bit because it's not doing exactly what I want, but I just programmed it, so that will take a while till it's completely finished. And that's the end of the stream. If you have any questions, please ask them now. I will stay and answer them, and if there are no questions, I'm gonna end the stream and then see you in 3 hours again, programming a timecode show. I'm gonna get a drink for now, and then you can ask some questions if you have any. Tommy, cheers. I'll probably hop back on for the stream later on tonight. Yeah, that's gonna be about programming a timecode show, and it's interactive for you guys. So if anyone has an idea what I can, what I should do, or has some creative input, we can check it out. I can program it, and then we see if it fits in a timecode show or not. Tom, wie lange bist du schon dabei und wie hast du angefangen? I'm gonna answer it in English. So Tom asked me how long I'm in the business and when I started. I basically started when I was 18 as a stagehand, and then when I was 20, I started to as an apprentice for event technician. I did that for 2 years. I dropped out because I hated school, and then I moved to Holland, started with rigging company for half a year, then I did stagehand again for a year, and then I started my own company, and that worked out better than I thought. And it's gonna be on the Qapital stage. Yeah, nope. The Timecode show will be on a design that I made myself, and that one is pretty sick. So tune in later. And for the people, or for everyone that wants to have a little bit of better quality in my streams, there's a link where you can donate some money, and then I can buy better stuff. Maybe one day I can buy a Grandma from it. I don't think so, but who knows? Because then I can do that more often. Or if there's money coming in all the time, I can rent a console if that's possible for a stream. That would be cool. So yeah, I'm gonna end the stream now. If you guys have any questions, you can check in, drop in my stream later in 3 hours. I will be answering them. Or if you have any questions for the people that are not watching live, you can drop a comment and I will answer it. And yeah, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and see you in the next video.